The shadow of Mount Cinderpeak, in the heart of the desolate Obsidian Range, where jagged peaks pierced the sky like the teeth of some ancient beast, stood Mount Cinderpeak. Its summit, perpetually shrouded in swirling mists and volcanic ash, was a place of dread, a monument to the dark forces that lurked beneath the Earth's surface. Locals whispered tales of its malevolent history, of the ancient rituals performed on its slopes, and of the monstrous entity that dwelled within its fiery depths. They spoke of a time when the mountain had been a place of worship, a sacred site where sacrifices were made to appease the Earth's wrath. But the rituals had gone awry. The sacrifices had been tainted, and the mountain had become a conduit for unspeakable evil. A group of intrepid explorers, drawn by the allure of the unknown and the promise of hidden knowledge, decided to ascend Mount Cinderpeak, seeking to unravel its dark secrets. Among them was Dr. Elias Thorne, a renowned archaeologist with a thirst for the forbidden, and his enigmatic companion, a woman named Lyra, whose eyes held the wisdom of ages and the shadows of untold horrors. As they began their ascent, the air grew thick with an oppressive silence, broken only by the mournful wail of the wind and the ominous rumble of the volcano's depths. The path was treacherous, a narrow trail that snaked its way through jagged rocks and treacherous crevasses. They encountered strange symbols etched into the mountainside, cryptic glyphs that spoke of ancient rituals and forgotten gods. They found remnants of sacrificial altars stained with the blood of long-dead victims and remnants of strange artifacts pulsating with an eerie energy. As they climbed higher, the temperature plummeted and the air grew thin and acrid. The swirling mists obscured their vision, creating an unsettling sense of disorientation. They felt a presence watching them, an unseen entity that lurked in the shadows, its gaze piercing their very souls. In the heart of the mountain, they discovered a hidden cave, a place of unspeakable horrors. The walls were adorned with grotesque carvings depicting monstrous creatures and macabre rituals. A sense of overwhelming dread permeated the air, a presence that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the earth. As they ventured further into the cave, they stumbled upon an ancient chamber, a place where the veil between worlds was thin. In the center of the chamber stood a massive stone altar, stained with blood and pulsating with an otherworldly energy. A sudden tremor shook the mountain, and the walls of the chamber began to glow with an eerie light. The air grew thick with a suffocating heat, and the ground trembled beneath their feet. A guttural roar echoed through the cave, a sound that seemed to emanate from the very core of the earth. A monstrous entity emerged from the shadows, a creature of nightmares, its form shifting and twisting, its eyes burning with malevolent fire. It was the guardian of the mountain, the embodiment of the evil that had been unleashed by the tainted rituals. The entity spoke to them, its voice a chilling whisper that echoed through their minds, revealing the mountain's dark history, the tragic events that had fueled its malevolence. It was the embodiment of the mountain's wrath, forever bound to its fiery depths, seeking to consume any who dared to trespass. Elias, driven by his insatiable curiosity, attempted to communicate with the entity, to understand its nature and its purpose. But Lyra, her eyes filled with ancient wisdom, warned him of the folly of such an endeavor. A battle ensued, a clash between the explorer's courage and the entity's malevolent power. The mountain itself seemed to come alive, its volcanic depths erupting in a fiery display of rage. The earth shook, the rocks trembled, and the air filled with the stench of brimstone. One by one, the explorers fell victim to the entity's wrath, their screams swallowed by the mountain's insatiable hunger. Elias, the last one standing, faced the entity in a desperate attempt to contain its power. Lyra, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light, revealed her true nature, her connection to the ancient forces that had been awakened by the tainted rituals. She was a guardian, a protector of the balance between worlds, and she had come to Mount Cinderpeak to confront the evil that had been unleashed. A climactic confrontation ensued, a battle between Lyra's ancient power and the entity's monstrous rage. The mountain trembled, the earth shook, and the air crackled with energy. Lyra, channeling the power of the earth itself, unleashed a torrent of light that banished the entity back into the depths of the mountain. The chamber collapsed, sealing the entity within its fiery prison. The mountain fell silent, its rage quelled, its darkness contained. Lyra, her task complete, vanished into the swirling mists, leaving Elias alone amidst the ruins. Elias, forever changed by his experience, descended Mount Cinderpeak, carrying the weight of its dark secrets within his soul. He had witnessed the horrors that lurked beneath the surface of the world, the ancient evils that could be awakened by the folly of man. Mount Cinderpeak remained, its summit shrouded in mists, its depths concealing the monstrous entity that lay dormant within. Locals continued to whisper tales of its terrors, their voices filled with fear and superstition. And Elias, forever haunted by the shadows of Mount Cinderpeak, carried the burden of its dark legacy, a chilling reminder of the evil that lurked in the depths of the earth, waiting to be unleashed.